BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First play, and Young is going to throw it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big fella go. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Williams. That's complete to the rookie from UCLA. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible.
He's got him in, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19, Pioneer. Cut 19. Cut 19.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Let's stay 19.
Third down, Young from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. To throw, Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A quick throw to Odunze on the RPO. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing again here, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Young going to give to Brooks. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Buffalo 18. Warrior 70. Take go.
Now here's Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Young. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
In punt formation.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bears take over.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now third and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try and run here with Swift.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Young. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Williams throwing to start the drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mustang 19. Hurt. Chop 60. Ready.
Now Young. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Set go.
Following the interception, Young. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
He may go.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, here's Williams. Going to throw right side here, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Williams now from the gun on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. Broken tackle. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Young here, you can see changing the play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure. And he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Williams.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Williams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. 72 move.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go, set. Go.
Young to throw it. It's brought in by Wilson.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Young to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Once again, it's Brooks.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. Running the toss to Brooks here.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Young will set to throw. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let go. 19 tight, 19 tight. Let go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They go quickly here out to Moore. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. To the air once more, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Williams going to throw for it. It's complete. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts, as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Come on, set. 18 Rattler, 19 Lion. Go.
And here's Young. This might be a free play. This one deep for Wilson.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Alert! Alert! Big alert! Big alert! Ready, ready?
A handoff running left, Brooks.
Busting free at the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Here's Brooks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Let's go now.
They'll run right here with Brooks.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Brooks is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
To throw, Williams.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Williams going to look to throw again.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and with that,